We are round 1 of the Meta Weekly. Labyrinth, which is a deck that everyone hates, versus, what the heck is this? Magnificent Magikey Matte Teal. Huh? Wait, this dude's got a gun and it's not censored? Wow, that looks like a real gun. Okay, good on you, Konami. Begin.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Do we have the in-game everything set up correctly? Yes, we do. We got the King Sark field spell, searching for an Amseti. You don't ash this, by the way. You ash this. There's a really good ash effect. They minus off of it, grabbing a King Sark and drawing an additional wait, Suship and Horus. All right. Discard the Sushi, send from the deck a Happy, reborn the Amseti, reborn the Happy, and now we're going to Shokan into... What? The heck is this? Once per turn, when your normal monster or Magikey destroys a monster by battle, you could detach a material and inflict damage to your opponent. That seems bad. What about the second effect? During your opponent's main phase, you can target one monster your opponent controls with the same attribute as a normal monster or Magikey you control or is in your graveyard. Normal monster or Magikey. So in the grave, we have a fire Sushi and a light Magikey. So we could target a fire monster, quick effect, and then you get to banish it. Not destroy. Detach a material and banish. And it is once per turn. Okay, pretty cool. We are in a fire meta. Unfortunately, we're playing against dark, though. We have lights and fire, but not dark. We got the Coup Clock being sent to the graveyard to activate a newly set trap. We're now going to be normal summoning our Ariana. Ariana's going to get Effect Veilered here, and we don't have a way to dodge the Effect Veiler. Damn, okay. We're not going to even have to imperm the Magikey because there's no dark monster in the graveyard to use it with. We're doing this so that we can activate Our Lady to set a new trap from the deck. That's the main purpose of doing this. But we're not only chain link blocking, we're doing it with a spell speed 3, which the Lady is too slow to react to. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card while you control a Magikey, negate the activation, destroy that card, declare an attribute, and if you do that for the rest of the turn, face-up monster your opponent control, become that attribute. You're going to become a fire or a light, and then we're going to banish you because you no longer have a set card to protect you from being banished. Let's freaking go. This imperm was completely unnecessary. Wow, you enabled us to now banish your Lady. At the end of the main phase, we're going to detach a material, banish the Lady. Very well done, nicely done. Unfortunately, it's just until the end of the turn. Okay. King Sark, send from the deck to the grave. We are in a potential Nibiru situation. Summon 1, summon 2. No, we are not. I do not think so. We're not going to play into that Nibiru. I thought we had more materials. Okay, Happy. We detached the Happy, which we were not able to summon. And just like that, lethal damage by detaching the Happy, dealing 1,600 damage. Very well done. Magikey Horus, which is anti-fire. Target and banish a fire monster. Banish Garunix. That's a pretty good play, right? Wow. Good job, Magikey. Chandelier, discard a card from the hand here, setting up a Welcome Labyrinth, not activatable the turn it is set. And let's go. We got the double Welcome Traps. Unexpected die, summoning from the deck, an Angel Trumpeter, level 4 tuner. We have the Magikey World activating to add a Magikey from our deck. We're also activating to add a Magikey Mafti. What's the Mafti do? It's the gun. It's sending from the deck to perform a Ritual Summon. If this card's Ritual Summon, you could add a Magikey card from your deck to your hand. Sure. Lots of adding. Well, we added 3 cards so far. Special summoning itself onto the field to then reborn a normal monster. Just like that. 5 monster, full Nibiru. Let's go. Tributing up the field here. Damn. That's another issue a lot of rogue decks potentially have where they just get Nibiru'd. Now, King Sark, in a way, is anti-Nibiru by making the Photon. Yes, we do have it. So if we would have made the Photon Lord first and then cooked around it, we could have negated the Nibiru. But I'm not sure if we had a good play around that. Maybe we were setting up something better. We're going to come forth and summon a Lovely, returning the Nibiru back to the hand, triggering the Lovely to pop a card on the field, taking out that King Sark very likely. I don't think we have any horse cards yet. So generally, I think it is a better idea for wait for King Sark to send a horse card from the deck to the grave and then wipe out the King Sark. Make them discard, but you do want to check if they have a horse card already in the graveyard. If they already have one in the graveyard, then it's a correct thing to do to pop it. All right, just like that, Nibiru. Nibiru, follow up lovely, pop in the King Sark. Let's hop into game number 3. Begin. Huh? We went from getting Nibiru to set pass? Ain't no freaking way. Damn. Chandelier, maybe something we would have wanted to finger there, but we instead have it set, so that's fine. We are getting ready with that finger. Are we gonna finger the Chandelier, triggering to add itself from the grave back to the hand? Or are we gonna save it? The ideal finger is fingering the lovely, because generally they play just one, and they don't have any other way to get it back into the graveyard unless they use the Cyframe Omega. Fingering the Arius, that's also pretty good. We just stopped Arius from either special summoning a monster or setting the Welcome Labyrinth and making it activatable the turn it is set. So the special summon likely was not the plan, but setting the Welcome alongside the big Welcome was going to be the play. Ash, negate, just like that, mate. Had we been able to set the Welcome Labyrinth, we could have welcomed someone lovely and then activate Big Welcome, and then the Ash would not be activatable, essentially forcing you to use your Ash Blossom on the Welcome Labyrinth. Never Ash the Ariana. No, you can imperm Ariana, but don't Ash her. In a simplified game state, things do change, but generally at the start of the duel, you want to save the Ash for the Big Welcome or Welcome. We got a Sushi, 2000 attack. I don't think it does anything beyond that. We're going to be chaining Maxi to the Welcome Labyrinth, which now has the ability through the field spell to non-target pop a card in the field. That Sushi is going to be eaten by the Lovely, and then Lovely's going to eat another card out of the hand. Oh my Jesus, we are under Max C, so we're just gonna be, let's take a card off that you just newly drew. Ariana triggering to draw a card, Chandelier triggering to add back to the hand, and then we could discard a newly drawn card to set up a trap to be used during the next turn. As soon as they establish a Lovely, and you can't get rid of it, you lose. That's it. The Lovely is continually popping, the Lovely is recycling traps in the graveyard. It's a +2 every time. It's like a, so you -1 on your turn, you -1 again on their turn, they also +1. So between 2 turns, it's like a +3. We're gonna be returning back the Lovely, but then special summoning it back in the field through the Ariana. So that's a very cool play. If, let's say, the Lovely gets negated, you could then just return it back, resummon it, and damn, just like that. Very well done. After attack with the Lovely, return it back, then attack again. Damn, winning in style. Alpha, good job, Morisaki. I appreciate you for bringing your deck, which is supposed to counter Fire King, but then you got Labyrinth. Plunder, yes. Is this pure Plunder? What kind of Plunder is this? Plunder versus the best deck in the game. Now, the Whitebeard is going to have to wait for them to have an attribute that is the same as something in our extra deck to summon. And we're playing a fire deck. So that means we're gonna be able to quick effect summon our Bran. Bran's gonna have the quick effect to banish a back row card, right? Target a spell and trap. Yeah, so by banishing the Fire King Island, which generally has destruction protection, is going to then activate after being banished to wipe out the entire field of monsters. So this is kind of a counter. A built-in Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone was a card that many people are side decking in against Fire King. Now, it doesn't completely shut them down like a system down would do against a machine deck. It's pretty damn good, just not amazing. Negates the Ash with an Ash that can be considered sus. We're gonna Plunder Booty, changing you into a dark attribute so we could summon a dark monster instead to banish your Kieran off the field. We can't wait for that Fire King Island. We got it right here, right now. We got the Mowork. Mowork, discard a Plunder, banishing you off the field, and just like that, Kieran is gone. Now, Kieran is generally a 3-of. We're gonna be popping the Ponix, searching for a Kieran. That's gonna trigger the Garunix in the Graveyard to come forth and summon, which could pop from the deck. Our 3rd Kieran. All 3 Kierans are here. Reborn the Ponix, taking out the back row Plunder. So that does turn this off from being a quick effect now. It's only quick if you have attached to it a Plunder. All right. Phantasme, on summon of a Link monster, we could special summon. And what we could do is draw 2, return 1, and if you target any of our cards, we could negate it by discarding. Promethean's gonna be reborning. I guess something like a Flameburst targeting us, we could stop. A Little Knight, we could stop. We have Salamangreat, Raging Phoenix. We're gonna further link this up into a Zealantis. Zealantis banishing the entire, I know this is cheesy, this is actually, it's over. Luke wins off of this play, just like that. put it face down, come forth and summon, trigger Promethean, pop the Garunix, trigger the Raging Phoenix in the graveyard, and just like that, game. Zelantis OTK used to be cool. I think Raging Phoenix made it a lot less cool because now it's a lot easier to do, but that is what it is. Let's hop into game number 2. Let's get Plunder, and we got to Plunder through an Impermanence. We have the Field Spell, which allows us to discard a card to search our deck for any Plunder. Moark is not a quick effect unless it is equipped with a Plunder. So what we are able to do is, if we can get the Redbeard into the graveyard, the Redbeard being sent to the grave will trigger to equip onto the Moark, making it a quick effect. We do have the Liss, which is a monster negate. So we are ready to negate, and then we have the Booty to turn them into any attribute. We discard the Whitebeard, we'll summon a monster from the deck, which will then be able to turn into something from the extra deck. Let's see what they do. All right. We got our monster negates. We have our Bonfire searching for the Poplar. Poplar triggering. We're not negating. We're waiting. Poplar activating to search for the Subversion. This is nasty. Pushing the Liss into the back row. Now, we didn't get to use our monster negate, but we can activate to special summon our Blackbeard onto the field, which could then summon another Liss. We could summon another one if we want to. But do we want to? Do we want to summon a Moark instead? How do we turn this Moark into a quick effect is what I'm thinking. We're going to be special summoning a Liss, drawing a card, Imperm no good, Phoenix on summon, activating to pop a back row card, going for that Booty. Poplar going to trigger, putting itself into the back row. We're going to chain the Booty, activate it, turning the Nightmare Phoenix into an Earth. You're now an Earth. Okay. Special summoning our Redbeard from the graveyard. Now, if Redbeard sent to the grave, it will turn the Moark into a quick effect. What did we just do here? Applying the effect, the Moark states that if a Plunder would be destroyed, you could detach a material instead, which I never really see that effect because you summon the Moark without Xyz materials. Okay, it's like a Dingirsu protection. Summoning the Brand, which has the quick effect to banish any back row card off the field, searching for a Redbeard. Whitebeard triggering to summon from the deck a Golden Hair. And we have Volcanics, which will be negated by the Liss. Discarding Redbeard to equip onto the Moark, giving it the ability to now banish any effect monster on the field. This is crazy. Negate. Does it destroy, though? If it's destroyed, it will activate to summon a Garunix from the deck. So we do have to worry about that. Activate Volcanics, summon from the deck. Redbeard equip onto the Moark. Moark is now a quick effect. Ponix trigger, summon itself onto the field. It will activate to search for either the Skyburn to pop 2 cards on the field, or the field spell to search for the Sacred Garunix. We are searching for the field spell here. Field spell, activate onto the field from the deck. Activate, pop a card from the hand, searching for the Sacred King Garunix, triggering to summon itself onto the field. Activate to pop a Kieran from the deck, or Narvanta. Arvanta, reborn a monster from the graveyard. And now we're going to further link this up into a Promethean Princess. Promethean is here. We are now locked in a fire, but we could reborn the Arvata from the graveyard, which would then be able to negate the Moark. So we had the pressing need to banish that princess off the field. We're out of disruption. That's it. We're done. Now, off of this, we're going to perform the rank 8 Xyz into Garunix Eternity. This is crazy, but doesn't the Moark protect you? If a Plunder would be destroyed, you could detach a material instead. This on summon will destroy all other monsters in the field, but it's going to be protected. Wipe the field, protect the field a second time. Now we're going to detach a material, pop a back row card, taking out the Blackbeard in the back row. Big enough to take out the Moark, wipe it out. We still have quick effect, banish a back row. We could banish the Fire King Island, which would then wipe out the Garunix. We have the Liss, which could also negate. We're going for the back row card instead, Imperm onto the Liss. Now, Liss could, not within the draw phase, it could have within the main phase, right? Only during the main phase, we could have activated a chain to summon a monster from our back row. So maybe we should have waited with the Brand within the main phase to then banish the Imperm, chain Imperm, Liss, chain, summon a monster from our back row. We're going to now use the Booty. Booty turning Garunix into a dark, reborning our Blackbeard from the grave to come forth and summon a Moark. They don't have any dark monsters on the field or in grave, so by turning them into dark, summoning the Moark to then banish any monster on the field, Plunder got plundered, plundering the Fire King Fool. Damn. Luke, I love it. Sorry, I see Luke. It wasn't you. Luke, thank you. You're doing a good job too. Boogie, I'm loving you, my friend. Thank you. We plundering. Now we're going to Nibiru. Nibiru, the entire field. I guess we did not want them to get a Promethean Princess in the grave, so we chose to do it right then and there. And now we have Flameburst triggering, reborning, which is still going to be able to make a Promethean Princess. We're going to be able to make a Hida or a Masquerina and then go right into Promethean Princess. We're discarding the Volcanics to come forth and summon Diablo Star. Diablo Star setting up into the back row. He wanted Seeker to be used during the next turn. And then further Shokaning into our Promethean. Promethean can reborn the Arbata or reborn the Flameburge. Arbata's here ready to negate any monster effect. Further Shokaning into the Ambler Whale. And whale, we're now going to be pushing the Nibiru into the back row, turning off any usage of impermanences. So what are the disruptions we have? We have negates. We have reborn Masquerina. We have pop a card in the field after the Link 3 or lower gets destroyed. We have pop cards in the field with the Skyburn. We have Promethean Princess. We have the Garunix pop a Kieran to pop a card in the field. We have about 6+ disruptions, and depending on what the Masquerina goes into, it may be an Apollo USA for a 7th or 8th, or maybe even a 9th disruption. Let's see. So on the surface, it's just 6. Only 6 disruptions through a Nibiru, no big deal. We have the Whitebeard. Now, Whitebeard and Redbeard are not a quick effect of summoning from the extra deck during your own turn, only during the opponent's turn. Bluebeard has just been destroyed by the Arbata, so we're now down to 5 disruption. We now have the Ambler Whale reborning the Masquerina, as the Garunix is also reborning from the grave, which is likely going to pop a Kieran from the deck to then pop a card in the field. Come forth Garunix activate, pop Kieran. That's going to be our 5th disruption. Summon the Volcanics, wiping out the Whitebeard. Whitebeard, when sent to the grave, will summon from the deck. Volcanics is activating to search our deck for nothing as the Ash negates. So when are we going into the Masquerina play? We could go into a triple Apollo USA is what I'm thinking. Or, we're just going into a Little Knight. So Little Knight is inherently double disruption. So the 6 disruption is now 7 total, but we're now down to 4 plus 1, and we just used it, we banished, so now we're back down to 4. 4 disruption. Black Eyes, return a Plunder in the grave back to the hand, a special summon, and with 4 more disruptions left, not much we could do. Fire King is disgusting. What the hell? Luke, thank you. Jay Boogie, also thank you. Let's hop into the next match.